I just saw your title. We owe you a good life.
I mean, we do.
I just saw the title. They're
Good
gonna watch
morning.
Millie run around back and forth behind us.
Yeah.
I keep watching her run around in the window.
Hey,
Laura,
guys.
I did not get it curled. I was trying to pick up some pointers from Judy, but there she goes. They can see Millie running around. Millie does not like Mama being outside without her.
That and there's cats. Good morning, everybody.
We were trying to do kind of a makeup live. We went live yesterday right after Cog Hill, and we were in the middle of the ballpark.
And it was chaos.
We didn't know what time we were getting out of there. And the last time we tried to go live after the ball tournament, it didn't work out. And we ended up having to do it Monday morning again anyway. So we tried to go live just to kind of update everybody, because if you have a regular schedule and you don't stick to it, which we didn't, we still changed our time. The live is supposed to be at 3 on Sundays now.
We've only done it once at 3.
That's
when
right.
We changed it.
We changed it a month ago.
Really?
And then we changed back to go live with Judy. And then we had to change it because of the ball tournament. So we're going back and forth on our live time. But y'all, the regular time is supposed to be at 3 o'clock. And we're going to try to stick to that.
Look, scoot over. Look, Wendy. Do you see Millie? She is right there. She is behind the... Right now, she's behind the curtain and pulling all my stuff down. But she'll be on this side of the curtain in a minute.
Well, you can still see her.
There she is.
She does not like Mama being out here without her.
And I'm kind of hesitant because on the other side of her is the TV. So if I start moving, it's to go catch it. Sharon placed an order. Okay, so I need to do an update on that. Yes, Sharon. I have some orders pending. I actually have about 16 orders pending. But the website has not confirmed a link with my bank yet. I've done everything I can do. And so PayPal is just holding on to all these orders, and it's not giving me the information yet. And I keep telling Nick every day, I'm like, I have so many orders.
He's always panicking.
I can't get to, and people are going to think that I'm not shipping, but I can't see the orders yet. I can see there are orders there, but I can't see any of the information about the order.
It shows that there is an order, just not who it's to.
Well, it shows who it's to, but it doesn't show the details of the order.
Oh, so it don't show you what to make.
And so I am waiting for those to come out of pending so that it will
maybe it'll do it now that it's not the weekend.
Maybe so, because I did it in the middle of the week last week, but it had to go through some confirmation steps. So if we start getting too much farther in time, I'm going to figure out a way to contact each person and see if they want to cancel it or if they want to just keep holding.
I don't think they would want to cancel
it. But I do need people to know too that everything is fresh baked.
Wendy said try calling PayPal.
Okay.
There's Cassie. Cassie, what cup of coffee are you on for Gary to still let you be watching lives? Because I know you've been on lives all morning. She must be just fixing more coffee so Gary will leave her alone.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Wendy. She's saying she has that issue when they do festivals. See, I'm not with it being a new system with the website. I did not know I had to go in and set up a certain part of it. I had our account and all that, but I didn't have it linked. So I had to go in and do that at the beginning of last week, and I'm still waiting on the two to be confirmed and connected. So everything's kind of pending, and it shows that I have all these orders. It just does not show me what the orders are. I know the names of the people, so I can always try to reach out through email, and I'm going to do that if it takes too much longer, because I do not like people thinking that I've skipped them or forgotten or anything. I have a Square for point of sales.
Well, she used the Square at the festival, but for the website orders, it's going through Wix, so she had to wait to link those two.
Mm-hmm. It's just all part of getting everything up and running, and it was a step we missed, we didn't know about, and now we're getting caught up.
So we were talking about doing the live yesterday, and we thought, you know what, we can go on for about 30 minutes. Chances game will start at 5:30. Let's try to get one in just to update people and let them know why we're not on again. And we even had to cut that shorter than we thought because we were changing fields and didn't realize it.
We had to move tents and
so then
buggies.
Zoe said, you know what? I'll just turn it on live, and if they want to watch the game with us, they can. So she just set it up and turned it on.
Do you think I need to put her on her leash and let her come out here before that TV falls?
Maybe.
I'm going to do that.
I think she's got enough room to not knock it off.
But I do too, but she's turning around, and she's a little wider than narrow. Than not.
She's just throwing a fit because nobody's inside with her. Everybody went to school. We've already dropped Red off, and now Millie's throwing a fit because she don't like being inside by herself. I don't know if she's gonna get her or not. There she goes.
Okay, come on, come here.
She's scared of the cat.
I know. Well, the cat's not very sweet to her. Come on, get up here. Come on.
Yeah, they came up a little short in the championship game, but he got a runner-up ring and all that, so he was good. He didn't care as long as he got a ring. Didn't matter to him.
Miss Julie's saying using Zelle. I use Zelle for some other things, but
you have a Zelle account. I don't know what you use it for.
I think you have to kind of know the people because you share direct bank accounts. I think, like, if you wanted to, I've told you before, if you wanted to send me money from one account to another, you could direct Zelle it, and it'll be instantly in there. Sit down. There she is. Hey.
Millie's getting a little bit big to be a lap dog.
No, her's not. We did. We got a ring, so the boys were all excited. They played 5 games pretty much straight. They had, an hour and 20-minute break total from 11 to 7?
I don't know because they didn't have but maybe 20 minutes after I got there.
Yeah. Good morning, Dusty Goat.
Zoe was the heathen yesterday that went to the ball tournament. I went to church. I had to serve yesterday, so I went to church, and Zoe took chance to ball, and then I took care of the farm after church, and then we went. So we were a little later in the day before we gathered back together, so I don't know what kind of break they had. She's fixing to wrap that leash up and tear everything down.
She'll be running in just a minute because she can't.
She'll be fine.
She'll be trying to find them cats.
Wendy said that Jacqueline's about to start on their website.
Oh, that'd be great. It's wonderful.
She does a really good job on it.
Very thorough.
I was
She asked so many
pleased.
questions, and I didn't have answers for them most of the time.
That's because we didn't have any idea what we wanted it to look like or what it needed to accomplish.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's Catherine. She's jumping back. That cat, she's scared to death of that cat.
Come here, Mel. Come on. That's good. Sit down. Sit down.
It is wonderful being a cooler morning.
Good. Yep, it feels so good outside.
I was trying to see what the comments were starting to get rolling here. Y'all make sure to hit the like button so I know who all's here.
Go anywhere. You're gonna stay here.
She's talking about earring orders. I saw some of y'all on Judy's live this morning. I was commenting back and forth, and I thought I was about to get in trouble. I was like, oh no, here we go, because Shane messed up. But then she gave some good advice there at the end, and I saw Cassie commenting, and I was like, well, Cassie gets it, but then I could kind of see Gary being the one that just rolls his eyes and
I don't know.
walks
I
off.
was busy. I wasn't.
And I was like, well, when we go live here in a little bit, I'm gonna start a fight with Zoe because she doesn't remove herself.
I don't know. I'm in the.
Judy said you have to remove yourself, and I was like, well, Zoe's not gonna remove herself, so I'm just gonna start a fight with Zoe as soon as she gets on here.
So you can do the live by yourself?
No.
Oh.
Giving any thought to changing the lifetime to Monday morning until the season is over?
Kind of. We've talked about it. We don't get as much initial involvement on Monday mornings as we do on Sundays.
Well, people are just more free on Sundays,
Right.
and we like.
Well, for us it was, yeah.
You know, people can watch. They can watch anytime, but to have them on here live and asking questions and interacting, that's the part we enjoy about it. So.
Well, you're not going to be available for Mondays.
Yeah, that's coming up. We got to quit changing times. So we were doing Sundays at 6, and we just had things going on Sunday evenings. So we thought, let's change the time to a little bit earlier. And then we ran into the travel ball tournaments, and I told Zoe, I said, well, we can do it from the car. Well, the last 2 weeks we were going to do it at 3 o'clock. He's had a game start at 3.
Yes.
Both weeks. So.
Well, and
we just kind of had to try to stay with where we were. And
travel ball is only.
It's supposed to be
8 weeks long.
Well, it was supposed to be every other weekend.
Right. We had 2 back to back, and then I think now it's every other. It's 8 weeks total, I think.
Yeah, Wendy said they do Monday evening. See, Monday evenings we're at football practice, so our evenings during the week are out because we have football Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, baseball Wednesday and Friday.
No, Wednesday. We have high school band.
That's right.
Band on Friday.
They were practicing on Friday till the season started.
Yeah.
So that's right. So Friday is open now, but Mackenzie's in band, so it's the high school game, and then Chance's football on Saturday and Chance's baseball on Sunday.
Saturday is football.
I just said that.
You said baseball.
I said football on Saturday and baseball on Sunday, or I meant to.
Yeah, you meant to.
I may not have said that.
Yeah, that's our schedule.
I don't even know if I said it.
You don't even know.
No, but that's what I meant to say.
We won't do that again.
Kayla, this is the first time he's doing travel ball, fall ball. Now, he may do travel in the spring, but I don't think we'll do fall baseball again just because with him doing football,
it's a lot.
It has no day off of anything.
There's no recuperation time, and even Chance is tired. You know, he doesn't get tired, and he said, can I stay home tomorrow? I'm just tired. I said, no, son. He said, no. He said, can I not go to football practice? And I said, no, son. Football is priority during the fall.
That's right.
If we're going to miss anything, it's going to be baseball because football is priority during the fall. Millie, she's just everywhere. You're going to have to let go
of that because she's supposed to turn that over.
But yes, we just been busy. We'll figure out. Which we could do a few different mini lives through.
Well, now
they might be a little more spontaneous than scheduled.
Until the middle of October, I'm off on Mondays. But from the middle of October to the week before Thanksgiving, I will not be off on Monday anymore. So
yeah,
we can't shift it to then. And sometime in there, we still have to figure out how to take care of a farm and make videos.
You know what we hadn't told them yet?
What?
Is I started a job too.
Yep.
So not only are we juggling all of that and the farm and all, I took on a part-time job as well, trying to help us a little bit, you know, get a little farther, a little faster.
Zoe's got to figure out how to pay for alpacas.
I do. So the alpaca search is on, and I've gotten.
I saw somebody ask about it. That's why I brought them up.
I've gotten lots of awesome information from a few of you guys, and there's a place not far from here, meow, that has some for sale that I would like to go look at. And I've got lots of questions to ask. We also have the option of some. Sorry, she scared me. We also have the option to go to some sales soon, which I would rather not get them from a sale because I'm able to ask the owner the questions I want to ask. But, you know, that's also an option.
Dusty Goat's kind of in the same boat as us. You're not full time, but
I could be if I wanted to.
You could be if you chose to.
Yeah.
And
it is a lot. I haven't worked in 6 years. So all I really remember at this point is our farm and doing what we do. So adding in a job definitely is going to take some getting used to. Luckily it's pretty laid back, and they're very, very kind people that I'm going to be working for.
The only thing is just some of the projects that happen during the day, you're not going to have a chance to get to. And our evenings are so wrapped up. It's going to be to the point where on Wednesdays, one of us will have to take chance and the other will have to work on the farm. And we get some stuff done on Mondays now. But when I start the outage season, the middle of October, I won't have Mondays anymore.
Bye, Wendy. Love you.
So it's I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, I'm getting off early enough in the day, like we've talked about, and maybe I'll still have a few hours that I can work on.
Bye, Dusty Goat.
Work on a few.
Yeah,
things.
and at some point in there, we still have to find time to video something, and then usually I edit when we get home from football practice, which is about 8:30. You try to get a shower, eat, sit down, start editing, and it's usually 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning when I get done editing. So, yeah.
It's part of it.
It is what it is.
It's part of it. That's the hustle that we've talked about several times with other creators. You know, that's just part of what you do to earn your place in all of this. Is the time you invest in it. If you're not investing the time, then you're not going to get anywhere.
Well, you have no choice but to put that work in if you're going to grow a channel. I mean, I know.
Thank you, kitty. Thank you, kitty.
I know some of the channels now that get to do that, whether it's one or both, that are on the farm full time. It wasn't always like that. Mm-hmm. They've had to put in the work and just make that sacrifice until you get to that point. Ideally, my goal is to be on the farm full time. But until we get to that point, you just make the sacrifice and put in the work. You've got to put your time in.
That's right.
There's no, well, I don't know. There may be some, but there's very few that are going to start a channel and it just take off initially. I mean, it just doesn't happen that way.
Yes, Ginger. I have started a part-time job just to kind of help. We've got some things we're trying to bring to the farm. So I've started a part-time job. I work Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 2, and I'm very fortunate that the people that I'm working for, it's a small family-owned business, and they're very easygoing and easy to work with. So if I had to run for some emergency, it would not be an issue. If there was something that happened on the farm that I needed to tend to, I could. So I'm fortunate for that. But we, trying to bring alpacas and a couple other things we've got on our plate to the farm.
We've got a surprise coming.
Yes.
But we can't tell you yet.
So
we can't tell it yet.
Just trying to bring in a little income to help an alpaca fund.
Yeah, something like that. Scroll back down.
Kathy wants to know how you're feeling.
I thought I saw. Oh, there it is.
Miss Londa.
That was.
Yeah. She sent me an email. I sent you the pictures.
Yeah, that's the one you sent me. Okay.
Yeah, that we're gonna reach out to see how far and all that.
Miss Londa is the one that brought you the alpaca.
Little fur. Fibers.
Fiber. That's the word I was looking for. Fiber.
They haven't seen Wes and Angie for a while. I hope they are okay. If anyone know if they are okay, they are okay.
Yeah.
I talked to Angie earlier this week, and they are okay.
It's a busy time of year for them too. They're doing the same type things.
They are. They've got 2 daughters in marching band, and it's just a lot for them as well. And I think they might have just needed to take a little respite.
And sometimes, like
Millie, come here.
They're kind of like us, where they had a farm, and now they, after they move, they're having to build a new farm. And we're still working on building ours on raw land. So they may just be to the point where it's, hey, we're just working and not worrying about videoing. I don't know.
Millie, you about knocked me out, kid.
Yes, we are. Julie said we're burning the candle at both ends and the sides. Something like that, yes.
Yeah. That's okay, though. In the end, it's going to be worth it. Right now, we're just tired.
Risa says going to join G&G and A&W next.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm not avoiding the question on the health. I saw it up 2 or 3 times. We just were talking about other things.
Maybe we need to make you an appointment for this afternoon. He needs to have his.
I've got to have another follow-up. I don't want to harp on it too much. I feel fine. She was very clear that it could take months to heal. In the season that we're in, I'm probably not resting like I should. And I do see people commenting and getting on to me for that.
Just know you aren't the only one.
I'm not ignoring it. It's just that we have so much going on. I'm probably not getting the rest that they want me to, but it's just not possible. But I'm not overdoing it either.
Right. We've got a task that we're going to do today, and then you're going to rest.
Yeah. But, I'm going to come home and edit, but that will be a little more restful.
It won't be outside and all.
But no, I'm not 100%, but I don't want to be one of those channels that just harps on bad health.
Yeah.
It's not bad health. It's just an issue it's a temporary issue. How about that?
Yeah.
It's a temporary issue. I'm not just chronically sick. I don't know how to put that, but it is what it is.
You're just healing slowly.
And cooling off a bit will help, yes.
Yeah.
So the main part of dealing with a lot of it is the heat.
Kathy said her husband Jim is still fighting cancer and on home hospice. I know you prayed for Jim. Please continue. It helps a whole lot. He actually made it through COVID a few weeks ago. I'm glad you're doing better. Please follow orders as much as possible. It takes a year to completely heal from pneumonia.
Yeah, she did tell me it would probably take me a few months. Otherwise I'm healthy, so hopefully healing will kick up a little bit now that it's cooled off, but
yeah, I think it's a little easier to breathe now that it's cooling down a little bit.
It is. But I just, it's just not something that I'm just trying to harp on every time we're on. we used to follow a channel, and it got to the point to where every video was about bad health, and it was just
It was
hard
a
to
downer.
watch and
Yeah.
look at. I try to keep things positive on our channel if we can. I mean, we have to be real about what we're dealing with too, but
Hey, butlers.
I just don't want it to be negative all the time. So
That's right.
that's why I don't say a whole. And I know y'all ask the questions, and I appreciate it. And we get a lot of messages about that y'all are praying for us, and we do appreciate that. And I think I'm caught up on the comments, so hopefully I'm not missing anybody that's been commenting. I don't know if I've caught up on all of Facebook because it's not quite as organized as the comments on YouTube.
Yeah, they're all in one place.
But I hope that I've caught up with everybody. But
Butler said they just put out a video from Pedals, and we are the thumbnail.
we're the thumbnail. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Hey, Alan. Hey, Mr. Allen said, "Hey, Millie. Hey, Millie. Who's right here? Hey, Millie."
Now, I did get a lot of questions. I was going to let y'all know that Rhett did get his nebulizer.
Yeah.
So he's good.
I did see where somebody asked if you started Mucinex. We've got him taking Mucinex too.
Rhett's is different. He's had asthma since he was born, and it's just seasonal allergies get him, and he does not deal with drainage well.
Oh man!
And he hates blowing his nose.
Those do not go
don't
hand
work.
in hand.
those don't work right because his drainage, he gets sick. But he won't blow his nose. He hates blowing his nose.
Y'all remember having kids that would get sick and throw a fit, didn't want to blow their nose until you actually realize blowing your nose helps.
Hates it. He hates blowing his nose.
He will lay on the floor and die if he has to.
Allergy season is not helping, and my whole family deals with allergies.
Mine too.
So
he got the worst of both sides.
We've still got to get him to an allergy specialist, but at the times that his inhaler doesn't work, y'all, it's not like daily. Rhett plays football, runs.
Yeah.
His asthma is like maybe once every couple of months, and then sometimes the inhaler doesn't help him fast enough. It's always at night.
Yeah.
So
we had to hit the inhaler this morning because
it makes it seem worse because it happens at night.
Yeah.
And if the inhaler doesn't help him, then he's getting short of breath, and we have to take him to the emergency room.
Because he's tired, and then he kind of stresses out.
Yeah.
Wants to breathe faster.
If it was during the day, we would just take him to his regular doctor. It's not that it's a true emergency necessarily. It's just, hey, we have to get this.
It needs to be addressed now.
We can't wait to go to the doctor.
Right, yeah.
So he does end up having to go to the emergency room to get a breathing treatment. Well, now he will have the nebulizer at home. Then we won't have to do those anymore, hopefully.
The allergens are most active 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's
makes
about
sense.
Right. We end up in the ER about 3 a.m. most of the time.
He wakes up coughing, gets short of breath, and he's half asleep, so he's panicking. And when he starts that wheezing and really labored breathing, it's time to go. And luckily, our hospital is only a few minutes away. We take him, he gets a breathing treatment, and he's back to 100%. So now we do have his nebulizer, and I had a lot of questions about it, so I just wanted to update everybody. But he and I, they're two totally different situations that just happened to happen at the same time. I'm missing some comments.
Oh,
Judy said my hair looks great.
It looks better than mine.
All these people were watching you, Judy, live this morning. And I mentioned it a few minutes ago that I thought, poor Shane, and I'm fixing to be in trouble. And then when Judy finished out what she was saying, she gave some pretty good advice.
So I did hear the part about fixing Shane lunch every day. And I wanted to grab my phone and tell Judy that I tried to fix lunch one time for Nick, and I sent him a bag of jelly beans, and he told me that was not exactly what he meant when he loved that I would send him lunch.
I told her that I was going to get on live after that and start a fight with you about lunch and stuff.
I always forget. Well, if we don't eat it all, I always forget to fix him lunch. Like, it's terrible.
But
my poor husband doesn't get
but
to
here's
eat till dinner.
Here's the thing: is sometimes she fixes lunch and she puts it in the refrigerator, and then I forget to get it out, so it's in there anyway.
Right.
She was like, "You got lunch in the refrigerator for tomorrow." Well, the next morning when I get up, I'm fixing coffee, and that's all I'm worried about. So
Yeah,
I don't even remember to get it out. That's why Judy has to put it in his lunchbox.
Well, you don't carry a lunchbox.
No, I don't.
I could put it on the dryer, and you would still forget to grab it.
I would. Julie said her daughter had allergic asthma at Rhett's age. Yeah. And the doctor said that he would probably grow out of it. It's just something we're dealing with right now. And he's not sick. He's healthy as he can be. And y'all seen Rhett. He's wide open, and it's not like he's sickly. He's just deals with asthma sometimes.
Welcome to the Daddy and Millie show. Millie and Daddy go live. She's worried that kitty cat's gonna get her.
Yeah, the cat's right on the other side of the table, and she's scared to death of it.
Yeah, put it on your coffee. He'd lay it to the side and walk off and forget it.
She's not gonna see my coffee because I make it.
I will still be laying there waiting to get up.
It's very often though that I'll be watching. Being off on Mondays, I can watch Judy's live. We usually start it while we're in the car line dropping Red off, and I'll start watching it and thinking, "Poor Shane." I would. She said you could leave a. Well, I said she. I don't know who. The name got covered up. Lynn said you could put a note on the coffee machine, and I would.
He'd take that note off and lay it to the side, and never look at it again.
I would. Yes, Butler. We did, with the help of Cassie and Brandon, and in the middle of the Pedals event, we did get past 10,000. It has continued.
11,500.
We topped 11,500 yesterday on YouTube, and we're like 10. I think we were 10 short of 7,000 on Facebook.
That's our dance. The finger dance.
Me and Millie will go fix more coffee, and you just dance.
Okay. Woohoo! And you said, woohoo! Oh, goodness.
We have to build another pig pen today.
We do.
Y'all, if you buy pork locally, I'm just throwing this out there. Pastured pork is not cheap, and there is a reason for it, because it is not easy to raise.
Pigs are going to be the is it bane or vein of my existence?
Zoe, I honestly don't know. You're just going to have to Google that.
Well, good morning, Head Family.
Hey, y'all. We were talking about y'all a little bit earlier. A&W was really excited. They are about to get a website going.
Yes.
I can take that off too.
I think it's bane of my existence.
I'm glad you got some help from them, because I wasn't really sure.
I'm so glad that
you can always go to your viewers to get an answer.
Yeah.
Because even if they don't know it, they can Google it real quick.
Yeah, because I can't. If I did, I'd have to.
Most of them probably already knew. They probably really knew what it was. But
oh gosh,
Zoe is not a wordsmith
at all.
And y'all
I
have
just make up my own words.
y'all have no idea how many Zoeisms get edited out of a video. Now, I will throw it down there, Zoeism coming up or something like that, because people like it. But
'Cause
you don't.
can't cut them off.
You have no idea how many actually get edited out. Just because some people just can't make sense of what it's supposed to be. At least it's not face of the sun hot, exactly.
Oh no, I think it's gonna
So
be nice today.
we'll get another pen built today and continue with our pigs. But just know, if you're buying pork from a farmer around you
that does pasture,
that's doing pasture pork, if they just have a barn,
yes,
it's not so bad and they're bulk feeding. But if they're doing pasture pork, it is a pain in the butt.
We can't be the only ones who have rebellious pigs. We can't. We can't be the only ones who have rebellious kids.
We have groups. We have rebellious groups. All of them aren't.
They're not.
Like our breeders never do anything.
They don't. They're scared to death of fence, of anything.
The single strand. But we have this
change from dirt to grass. They ain't.
We have this one group that Zoe calls the teenage pigs that just wreak havoc all the time. And
they have come, I'll just be blunt, they have come to love the neighbors.
Yeah.
So we've got to go build Fort Knox on the farm today. Because no matter how many strands we put up,
y'all saw Zoe transition from the temporary pen to putting them on single strand because they had not gotten out of the temporary pen.
And that worked great for a little while.
And then they decided that they would just bust through the single strand, that it was worth the shock.
It was.
To just go.
And it was tinging past.
There's Perry Hill Farms.
You know what hold on. It was tinging past the shock level. Like it was maxing out, and they ran right on through it. So.
Well, that's why you train them in a hard pen, because on the single strand, their natural instinct is to go forward. So you put up a hard barricade, they get shocked, and it teaches them to back up when they get it. So they're trained on it.
Yeah.
Well, these have lost their training. Now they just go forward.
Yeah. Tammy was watching Cog Hill, and she was notified of the live. Topper has something wrong with his hoof. She's going to watch it after we get done.
We were watching it just before we started our live, too. Zoe was catching up.
Perry Hill, I was going to say, I told her the other day, and I asked her, her strawberry jam is the best strawberry jam I've ever had. Ever. And I was asking her about a strawberry vanilla. I've seen some of your stronger flavors, like Christmas time, adding some of vanilla and a spice to it. I've seen a lot of cranberry with a vanilla to it. And I was like, that would be so good.
I'm really curious about, was it Pea-Hole jelly? I'm really curious about that.
Oh, I need peach. She got Perry Hill's peach. I didn't even get around to Perry Hill to see them, to even buy. I didn't buy anything at Pedals from anybody.
I know.
I didn't even get around there to see anybody.
Londa says she came home and found the pig police in her yard. The pig had done $5,000 worth of damage, and they had no sense of humor about it.
Oh, gosh.
Thankfully, any damage they've done, we've been able to repair. I have to visit my neighbor today. It looked relatively minor, so I'll probably be able to rake it out and put some grass seed on it. But I don't want my animals visiting my neighbors, because I don't want to be that kind of neighbor.
I don't either. So that's why we're trying to build Fort Knox today, because we really don't want to be those people.
The pigs take turns pushing each other into the wire so they can get out. That may be.
I think they're probably, one of them gets out, and then the other one holds a stick up and lets them all look under that.
Pea-Hole jelly, her new favorite.
I want to try it.
I heard somebody talking about it. Was it Cog Hill?
We were talking about it on here with somebody.
Somebody was talking about it. I don't remember. And I was like, I really need to try that. And then yesterday, the few short minutes we were on live, Reed Creek was talking about they had made coffee
Yeah,
jelly.
they did.
And I was all about that.
It's tart and sweet.
She said she'll make sure you get some goodies.
Oh.
Alan said you was too busy holding the Browns, baby.
Yeah.
You did do that a lot.
Well,
you held Pharaoh a lot.
He loved me. Look at that kitty cat.
Everybody at Pedals kind of took turns carrying Pharaoh around. He was just kind of with whoever, just chilled out, laid back. If he wasn't asleep, he just kind of lays there and looks at you. I mean, he's very calm and chill. So
ours was not. Rhett was not at all calm and chill.
Rhett came in December, so he was at the worst time of year for you to let anybody around your baby.
He is adorable. I mean, and he just cooed.
Lisa said the Browns are the sweetest family. They really are. They're good friends of ours. Mm-hmm. I talked to Nico a lot.
And they are willing to do anything for anybody, help however they can, and their place is beautiful. Like,
I'm so jealous of their farm.
I know. I want to go down there and.
Well, we are always on a project, and it seems like Nico's always decorating or like beautifying. I mean, his projects are beautifying, and it's like that sucks because mine is building stuff trying to keep pigs in.
Trying to keep pigs in will make you wanna.
Or. With everything being rotational, we're always moving fences.
I know.
So
hence why we're starting to build some permanent fencing.
That's right.
So that we can start doing some beautifying versus building all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to get through all the building parts first.
But we do have, and I always say it,
for this.
Except
it's
for
take us a little while, but you ever just. You have so much you need to do, but you just take time to just stand there and look around and say, I want it to look like this. We actually did that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
We just stood in the very middle of our pasture and said, I want this here, this here, this here for this reason. And it just makes you want to do it more. Instead of just constantly going and piecing it together. We came up with our plan. We have so much to do, and there's
something that
raw land
we avoided in the beginning, and it was to improve our property. Mm-hmm. Was that we didn't. The only permanent fencing we had in plans was the perimeter.
Yeah.
And we did the permanent fence along the front, along the roadway, and it's still. 40 acres is a lot of permanent fence to put up on perimeter. Right. But instead of focusing on trying to do that so much, we're building paddocks out of permanent fencing just because it's time. We've rotated animals across our pasture. They're rotating now through part of the woods. It's time for some permanent paddocks to actually build a farm.
That's right. Yeah, not just improving the land, but actually build the farm.
Yeah, you got to build the farm, mm-hmm. And that's where we're headed with it. And we're going to take people along as we do it, but
it's going to be slow. We've got to get you better all the way because I can't get you to regress. Is that the right word? Regress.
Ask them.
Re and pro, yeah. Regress. And then we get set back even longer.
Yeah.
So we'll do little jobs as you're progressing.
Right.
Healing.
But it's time to get some of that permanent stuff up. Now that the housing situation has turned more toward a barn, mm-hmm. then we're gonna kill two birds with one stone with that one. So we're gonna we have what we call a barn that's just a tractor shed. Mm-hmm. And then we have the barn that we lease next to us. Y'all have seen that.
Where the donkeys are.
Yeah. Well, we were going to build our own barn, and since we decided to just put a living quarters in that, we're kind of killing two parts of that together.
Right. Yep.
Look.
She got her Judy feel this morning. Now it's from Nick and Zoe feel.
Well, our lifetimes keep getting shifted around just because of a busy time of year. So I don't know. I don't mind doing the Monday morning lives. I kind of like it.
It's a little calmer around here.
I get to sit here and drink my coffee, and
we don't have kids running around. Everybody's at school.
Uh-oh, somebody put a mad face on there. Why is somebody mad?
That must have been an accident. I love Nico, Natalie, and the kids. I love their farm. It's so beautiful. I also found out one video that Nico and I love the same kind of music. They're a very nice family. They really are. They really are genuinely nice people. What was that noise? Did somebody sneeze?
No, it was that one guinea that we still have here.
Can't catch.
We have one guinea that doesn't want to go to the farm, and it stays with the chickens, and it's just as noisy as the other 30.
Well, that's okay. Let it be noisy here. It's one.
It's better than the 30 that were visiting the neighbor.
So they're trying to find a good time to do a live that doesn't contradict other live streams. That was the hardest part in the beginning.
I'm telling you, to find a time to do your lives that doesn't overlap with somebody else that still fits your schedule, because all of us are doing the same kind of things, so you end up with a lot of your free time being the same as everybody else's.
That guinea.
Cog Hill don't want it to come there. It's hard to do, and when you have to change your schedule, you find yourself texting everybody else, "Hey, what time are you going live?"
You did that yesterday.
The last time we were at the ball tournament, Zoe puts it out that we were going at 8 o'clock, and I said, "Zoe, we are not going live the same time as Lester. I'm not doing it. Number one, everybody else wants to watch Lester, and two, if I'm free, I'm probably going to be watching it too.
Yeah.
So why would you schedule it the same time as Sanctuary Sunday?"
Yeah.
I was like, no, bad idea. So that's why we did Monday morning the last time.
Oh, there's Miss Francis. She's after you. You have to eat that elephant one bite at a time. Build a nice barn with living quarters in the back. Good permanent fencing is a real must.
It absolutely is. That's
the most important thing is your health. Do not bite off more than you can afford, because the stress of worrying about it will impact your health and love what you're doing.
She is 150% correct.
Yep.
And no, that's not a Zoeism. I know that it's not more than 100%.
Yeah.
I said that for a reason. Right. I'm assuming this is probably Zach.
I think it's Zach.
I was just thinking about that earlier this morning. We need to do some live soon, but don't want to mess anyone up or go live at the same time.
I know.
It's hard to do. Zach, seriously. And y'all know, I texted Jason because I knew that they didn't do their Saturday morning live. I knew they were going to go Sunday. And I was like, what time are y'all going live? Because we were going to try to do 3 o'clock. And he said, well, we're doing 4. I said, perfect. That's fine, because if we don't make it at 3, we'll go after y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that worked out well. You know, we used to have it on Sundays.
So maybe our group needs to put together a Google Doc of all the time so we know when to plug ourselves. That would be perfect.
That would work. You don't want to, and it's like, even when Zach and Jacqueline were on the Hoss.
Yeah.
Now, our Sunday lives used to be the same time as Hoss,
mm-hmm.
because he was on Eastern time zone, and we was like, oh no, we just didn't want to change it. So, and our audiences are a little different.
Yeah.
So I would go back and watch the replay of Hoss after we got off our live.
Mm-hmm.
But then when Zach and Jacqueline were on with them.
Do you see how little I look?
You're leaning back, and I'm leaning forward. Wes and Angie were on with them, and maybe Jason and Brooke. We just canceled the lives that day because that was, you just want to try to support everybody, and you don't want to.
Tracy and Jean were at one point.
Maybe was it Tracy and Jean instead of
Wes and Angie?
Zach, were you and Jacqueline on with Hoss, or was it Tracy and Jean? It's been a while, so I can't remember. But I want to say that Head Family was on there with them.
Yeah,
I'm almost positive.
Job for Jacqueline scheduling lives. Yeah.
Yeah, she could do that.
She's the keeper of
we'll
all
just
things.
let Jacqueline keep everybody's live schedule. We ask her when we can go home.
Hey Rhonda, hey Debbie, and Donna.
I don't think Jacqueline needs another job.
Yes.
It was a few months ago. Yeah, it's been a little while, but we canceled the lives when they were having those events because we're like, well, we want to support our friends that are, online.
Leash from her, so I can let go. Thank you. She wants to lay over there by the cat so the cat can jump at her and she can run.
Why don't you lay down?
Well, are you ready to go work?
Yes.
You are? I actually pulled out some bacon because I was going to make us some bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for breakfast before we went anywhere. And then you said, we still got to go live. And I was like, oh, yeah. So, but it wouldn't take me about 20 minutes to do that.
Yeah, but then it's going to be lunchtime before we get out there to do anything.
How do you find time to do all you do and work a job away from the farm? I don't know.
We don't know yet. She only did it for a week.
I've only done it for
2 days. You did it half of a week.
And I got up at 4 a.m. and went to the farm and fed the farm. Then I come home and Nick leaves for work. The kids get up, take Rhett to school. I come home and get ready. And then go work. Pick up Rhett, go back to the farm, check on things. And then we start sports.
Yeah.
So, eat now, cancel lunch. Yes.
Yeah, there probably won't be lunch because when we get done at the farm, I'll come home and start editing. And by the time that happens, Zoe will go get Rhett, and then everybody comes in and starts getting ready for the afternoon football practice.
I don't want her going off the porch.
But,
come here, baby. Come on, Millie.
It's time for us to wrap up and go get busy.
Yeah, we got lots to do. Piggy's to jail up.
Where's that cat going?
Millie? I don't know, but I don't want her running off. There she goes. Come here, Millie.
Anyway, all right, so we're going to wrap up because Zoe's got to go get Billy.
Come on, Millie.
Bye, Perry Hill. See you guys. Wait a minute. The Elders fam did their lives before Wes and Angie, and then Chestnut Hills on Sundays. Yeah, we had a good thing going there for a little while. It was Wes and Angie, and then us, and then Cog Hill, and then I think Lester came on right after that. And it was a busy day on Sundays, but that was during the off season where everybody had a little bit of time. But we'll see you guys next time. Zoe's gonna chase Millie down, and then we're gonna head to the farm. So we'll have a video coming out tomorrow, I hope, if I can get it edited. And then we'll be back live next Sunday. Bye, guys.